In 1978, Scotland scored one of the greatest goals in World Cup history. Archie Gemmill danced through the Dutch defense, lifted the ball over the keeper, and gave Scotland a 3-2 win over the team that would go on to reach the final. And still, Scotland went out. That is the whole emotional story right there. Brilliant, dramatic, and finished. So here is the real question for 2026. Can Scotland finally become the Scotland that gets through? Scotland has been to the World Cup 8 times before 2026. They had a real golden stretch too, 5 straight tournaments from 1974 to 1990. And yet, they carry one brutal record. Scotland has never made it past the first round. That is what makes the history so painful. They were often close. They often pushed strong teams. They often left fans thinking, how did that happen again? Then came the long gap, until the win over Denmark brought them back.
That's such a painful football identity. Always there, always close, never through.
Exactly. That is why 2026 feels bigger than a normal qualification. This is the chance they can change the story. Now let's look at the Zen 8-factor analysis of this Scottish team. Scotland does not have one superstar striker. It has a system. Che Adams is the main outlet, pace, hold-up play, line-stretching runs. Lyndon Dykes is the battering ram, the big body, the aerial target, the space maker. So no, this attack is not built around one star. It is built around role clarity.
So they don't really have one superstar striker. They've built a whole attacking committee instead.
Exactly. And that can be awkward to defend, because the threat keeps changing shape. The back five is still Scotland's foundation. Andy Robertson is the emotional heartbeat and the left-sided engine. Kieran Tierney plays that strange but brilliant role, the overlapping centre-back. And John Salter gives them size, steel, and calm in the middle. This defense does not just sit. It builds shape, it creates width, and it gives Scotland a platform.
So this defense isn't just there to stop attacks, it actually starts the whole machine.
Exactly. That is one of the smartest parts of this system. Goalkeeper could be a huge subplot here. Craig Gordon, at 43, could break records as the oldest European to play at a World Cup. He still brings experience, presence, and huge match comp. But Angus Gunn is there too. So this is not just about talent, it is about trust. Who does Steve Clarke trust when the pressure spikes?
So this is one of those positions where experience might matter even more than youth.
Exactly. At the World Cup, calm hands can save the whole campaigns. This is where modern Scotland gets really interesting. Because now the midfield can actually hurt you. Scott McTominay is no longer just a destroyer. He's a scorer, a runner, a late arriving problem. Lewis Ferguson gives them composure and hidden passes. And John McGinn is still the bridge. All strength, half-turns, and weird little solutions in tight spaces.
So this isn't the old hard man stereotype anymore. There's real craft here now.
Yes, and that's what raises the ceiling. Scotland's biggest strength might be the bond, the tartan unity. And that makes sense. Robertson, McGinn, McTominay, Tierney, these players have been together for years. That means they already know each other's instincts, not just the runs, the moves, the reactions, the pressure moments.
Does it look like I could care? I couldn't even care less.
What? To help you to get the full World Cup experience, World Cup 6-7 team has built a suite of tools for you, including the Zen 8-factor guides for all 48 teams, progress trackers spreadsheet, recipe book for the signature dishes for all 48 countries, match previews, and a lot more. I will put in the link to the Ultimate World Cup 2026 guide bundle in the description below.
Honestly, that's kind of perfect if you want to actually understand the World Cup without feeling lost.
This might be Scotland's hidden edge. The travel is kind. Their base is in Charlotte. The first 2 matches are both in Foxborough. Then they go to Miami. That means no time zone changes. Average flights of around 2 hours. Total group stage travel of roughly 2,050 kilometers. That is huge advantage. While other teams are packing, flying, unpacking, and resettling, Scotland gets something rare: rhythms.
So while other teams are zigzagging all over North America, this team basically gets to settle.
I agree. Fresh legs and stable routines could be their quiet advantage. Scotland is dangerous in the air, not occasionally, constantly. With Salter, Hendry, and McTominay, they treat corners and wide free kicks like real attacking phases, not lucky extras. Against stronger teams, that matters, because sometimes one dead ball is the whole match.
So for this team, a corner is almost like a real attacking phase of its own.
Exactly. That's how underdog tilt games. Now the X Factor. I call it the Braveheart shift. In simple words, this is the first Scotland team in a long time that actually seemed to believe it can beat elite sides, not just survive them. Wins over Spain, Denmark, and Norway changed the emotional temperature. Then at the crowd, the US Northeast is full of Scottish descended support. Boston could feel loud, really loud. And then there are the wild cards. Ben Doak, pure speed and chaos. London Miller, young, mature, and tactically sharp.
So their superpower is basically belief, noise, and 2 young players who can make a huge difference in the game.
That is a very good summary. And for a team that used to feel predictable, unpredictability is a huge step forward. Here's my verdict. And honestly, this might be the best chance Scotland has ever had to get past the first round. Not because this is the flashiest Scotland team, but because it may be the most mature one. Good travel setup, real set-piece threat, better midfield craft, more belief.
So, is this finally the team that stops being tragic and starts being historic?
That is exactly the question. And if they get through, I think Scottish football changes mood overnight. Tell me in the comment, how far do you think the Scotland team can really go? And if you want the full 48 team journey, plus the tools behind it, please subscribe and check out the World Cup 6-7 bundle below. Please also check out the music video for the Scottish remix of the channel theme song. Thank you. I thought it's the World Cup 2026. Why are we called World Cup 6-7?
6-7.